Alright, sorry for that. So this is now technically the second part of the video. The program I use, Greencrafts Max, I don't really want to spend the money right now on it, so sucks to be you. You have to watch another video. Ha ha ha. More views for me. But in general, Brian Daboll, you know, for me, I don't get why people are not really liking Brian Daboll as much. What he did with Josh Allen was impeccable. Um, stuff, help, the stuff on Diggs, I really can't give him credit for. Yeah, well, no, I will give him credit for because Stephon Diggs was a B plus, A minus receiver. He's an A plus receiver now. What a guy! Love Stephon Diggs. Offensive line, I can't give him as much credit for. But here's the thing: he developed Josh Allen, and if you really look at Buffalo right now, I give Leslie Frazier credit, but Brian Daboll, there's a lot of credit. Probably the rest of this video is gonna be how much I love this man so much. I wanted him to be the Eagle head coach last year. Shit. There we go. Josh McDaniels. I do not understand why people give him so much bad talking to. Let's start out with Denver. Okay. Denver wasn't that bad. And at the same time, though, Josh McDaniels was 30, mid 30s, or even I think early 30s, and had roster control. But at the same time, he drafted Demaryius Thomas when he was GM. That's good. That's a good pick. Tim Tebow, on the other hand, there was issues there. If he would have drafted Jim Clausen instead, I think Clausen would have worked with McDaniels. But here's the thing with Josh McDaniels. The other thing too is the Colts. It was shitty, believe me. I lost Frank Reich over it. Huge loss for my Eagles, but why should I put Josh McDaniels down as a candidate for that? Mac Jones. I didn't like Mac Jones. I had Mac Jones as a second round grade. But New England was a perfect spot for Mac Jones. He's developed that Mac Jones. As a rookie quarterback, he's made mistakes. Mac Jones. However, Mac Jones, compare him to a Kirk Cousins. Kirk's better, but Mac's also a rookie. What else has he done? He has never really had a lot of tools because the Patriots are so good. He has never really had enough tools to be able to develop this team fully. Now, his two negatives, I'm going to say. The first one is let's say if he goes to Jacksonville and Jacksonville fires Trent Baalke, there's either going to be a great thing or a bad thing. The great thing is Elliott Wolf would be the GM. I would love that. The bad thing is Matt Patricia is going to be the GM. Yeah. It sounds crazy. McDaniels, if he wants Matt Patricia, okay, if the Jacksonville Jaguars want Josh McDaniels, if Josh McDaniels wants Shad Khan to rub his feet every day and, cook him the best meals ever, Shad Khan's going to do it. If he wants Matt Patricia as a GM, he's going to get Matt Patricia. And personnel-wise, if you look at the Lions drafts, they weren't terrible, but I just don't trust Matt Patricia as a GM right now. The thing about McDaniels, though, is, and I'm mostly going to talk about two jobs here, the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. If he goes to either team with that young quarterback, and you get the defensive coordinator right, and this may sound crazy, if he goes to Chicago at least, I would not be shocked if Eberflus somehow follows him. If he goes to Jacksonville, I don't see Eberflus going to Jacksonville, but if he could get, or even Gerard Mayo, if he can get a really good defensive coordinator in, his OC may be an Ivan Fears, but he's going to be doing so much on the offensive side of the ball. However, this is the only thing I'm going to say of Josh McDaniels, that I don't see him taking a head coaching job at this moment unless it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I don't even see him taking the Jacksonville Jaguar job. You have Trevor Lawrence. Beautiful. Amazing. You have an owner who really hasn't done much in his career as an owner. Facilities aren't great. If you take away Trevor Lawrence, your offensive line's terrible. Receivers. Promising running back who I don't see having a lot of longevity. You have as of right now, a poor man's Cordell Patterson and Travis Etienne, which I would invest in Travis Etienne's card stock right now as an FYI to all of you guys. But what else? The defense side of the ball, I think is more promising. You got Josh Allen. The Jaguars traded away C.J. Henderson because of Urban Meyer. Miles Jack, cool. I don't see Miles Jack playing another 7 years. There's a lot of problems with that Jacksonville job that a lot of people aren't talking about as much. You're going to have a top 3 pick, which will give you Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal, Ikem Ekwonu, Kayvon Thibodeau, or the trade on, which I like the trade on option, but you really don't know of Josh McDaniels too. He's an unpredictable guy, and knowing Bill Belichick and how close they are, and knowing how close he is to Robert Kraft, he is offered he will be the next Patriot head coach if he stays. I don't know how long Bill is going to stay. If I'm Bill Belichick personally, this team has so much potential. Why leave now? So that's why I'm trying to think if Belichick's going to stay there 8 more years, why stay there? But at the same time, John Harbaugh's getting older. Baltimore could be open. There's a lot of other jobs maybe better than Jacksonville and Chicago right now. I guess this is my last part. I'm going to do another video predicting guys for job, but if I had to put money on it right now, the next head coach of the Raiders is this man right here, Doug Peterson. The next coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars is going to be this man right here, former player. Makes a lot of sense. Let me go back to Peterson real quick. If Mike Mayock stays at the GM, Mike Mayock did work with the Eagles during Peterson's first 2 preseason years. His first 2 years in the preseason. Or no. First 3 years. Yeah, first 3 years with the Eagles in the preseason. And he knows Doug Peterson well. He's from Philly. If he stays the GM, Peterson is his guy. Leftwich, former Jaguar player. It makes a lot of sense. Houston Texans. I'm going to go Mike Kafka. Someone off this list, I think, will be the next head coach of the Houston Texans. Joe Brady, I would love with Davis Mills, even though I don't think Davis Mills is going to be anything more than a Trevor Siemian which I like Trevor Siemian, but meaning like a guy that at best is a game manager. Matt Nagy's going to get fired. I like this fit, Todd Bowles, but you got to go offense. If Brian Daboll says no, which I think there's a good chance of, could see a Kellen Moore, I think, for Chicago. I think we only have 4 openings. If Minnesota's open, wouldn't be shocked if a Doug Peterson. Really would not be shocked if McDaniels goes to Minnesota. But I would go Dan Quinn probably. And the final one's Denver. Watch out for a Munchak promotion. Kellen Moore possibly. Or I would like an Aaron Glenn or a Jairo Rivero there. But so closing thoughts on this. Let me just recap everything for you. McDaniels 1, Daboll 2, Peterson 3, Dan Quinn 4, Bowles tied for 4, Dennis Allen 5, Matty Blue 6, Jason Garrett 7, Leftwich 8, Kellen Moore 9, Munchak 10. If you have any comments on it, please leave it below. Sorry for making this a 2-part video, but thank you for the extra view. We'll take it. Hopefully I'll get monetized. I'll eventually make money off of your views, so thank you very much. I'll buy a beautiful, luxurious house. But that's it for today. I'm going to make more videos. I want to do more videos in general. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a nice, blessed day or whatever people say. Ooh, I can actually move this? Fuck yeah. All right. Bye-bye. Wait, I literally can't fucking... Oh, there